Hi, welcome to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Today I just wanted to do a little overview about this double hitting, a hit flash hit, and why you would do that. First of all, it's important to note that whenever you're going to hit flash hit or you're doing multiple colors, you really want to have a rotary press that has a rotating print carousel as well as a rotating print head carousel. My press is actually kind of lame in that it's a fixed one station, so it poses certain problems when you print multiple colors, and especially when you have to hit flash hit. And there are a couple reasons why you would want to hit flash hit. First off could be the ink. Okay, like this red ink here, for instance, has a real wicked pickup. And no matter how much you cover on it, if you go down with a second screen, it's going to pick up all the ink. So you have to flash cure it between the colors. But you may ask, well, why are you hitting it twice? Well, because I'm hitting it twice because I have no white underbase and I'm going on a black t-shirt. So I'm getting the opacity out of this ink by using itself as an underbase. So with a full rotary press, this would be a lot faster, but because I have this, I flip it around and I actually have a little fan here that cools the ink enough for me to continue on. Now, the cooling is not as critical in this moment, but now it's critical, okay? Now you have to cool, I have to flash this ink in order to put down the next color. But the cooling on this part is going to be critical, because if you don't cool it enough, the red ink is going to stick to the back of the screen and pull the shirt off the pallet and ruin your registration. Okay? So you have to flash it, and in a real situation where you had a rotary press, you would swing the carousel that way and you would proceed with your printing around the carousel. But for me, I have to wait a second, and my little fan does its trick and cools off the ink surface so that it's not hot. If it were hot, it'd be tacky. Okay, so now I can do the green. Okay, and I have to double hit the green too, because the green also, there's no underbase, so it's just going on top of there. And even though they're high opacity inks, yeah, it's possible that you could set it up with a particular mesh that will allow you to putty it up and not have to double hit it. However, the print is going to look different. The surface of the ink will look different. The edges of the print will look different. This technique, in my opinion, actually gives you a much crisper print, a much finer looking surface on the ink, and it slows down the printing process quite a bit depending on your printing situation, but it's, you know, for the overall end result of what you want, this is why I do that. And we'll give you we're going to do a close-up of that right now. So we'll show you the thing. We'll show you the double hits close up. Okay, here we are for this close-up shot. All right, so at first I'm basically just using the red ink as its own underbase. Okay. Okay, so here's the first hit of the red, which is acting as its own underbase. Okay, so now I have to flash cure it. Okay. Now there is the second hit of the red, which goes on top of the other, you know, the first hit of the red, which is acting as its own underbase, and now it gives us the opacity. So now I'll flash cure it, and then we'll do the green. Okay, so there's the first coat of green. And it just doesn't have the opacity that I want yet. There's still some fibers of the shirt coming through the green. So I'll flash it, and then we'll show you the second hit. Okay, so there's the second hit, and you should be able to see the difference. Okay, so that's it. That's what it's all about. So it's really about personal preference. It all depends on what you want to do and how you want to do it. You know, definitely a hit flash hit slows down the production of your t-shirts, but you know, in my personal opinion, in many instances it increases the print quality. So it just depends on what you want to do, what you want it to look like, and how much effort you want to put in that particular job. Okay, so here is the first hit of red. I don't know if you can see how you can still see through the t-shirt. So let's do the second hit of red and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so there is the second hit of red. You can see now it has much better opacity. Okay, so let's do the green and show you that again. Okay, see, so there's the green. This is just one hit, a 110 mesh. Both of these screens are 110 mesh. You see the difference in the coverage is the red and the green. So now I'll hit the green again with flash cured. I'll hit the green and show you that. Okay, you see the difference there? And that's a big difference, right? See, and now they both have the same opacity, and the print looks good. So that's it. There it is. Thanks for watching Catspit Productions educational videos about screen printing. Please rate, thumbs up, and please subscribe.